guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching The Expanse. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 3 of season 6 of The Expanse. That was really animated. It's me. That's how it goes. Anyway, on the last episode, we had some interesting developments. We got the Azure Dragon, the little spotter that Marco is making rocks go towards Earth and disrupting the ecosystem. We didn't really see that Earth's ecosystem is beyond fucked. But it's also kept Earth on the defense because now it has to stop these rocks. There's not even stealth tech on them. They're essentially just weapons to just either disrupt Earth's defenses and keep them on their toes. It's continually ruining Earth. I don't think Marco intended that necessarily. I think maybe he was under the impression that they were going to surrender. That was not the case. As we know, I don't think, first of all, Christian being in charge, Earth was never going to surrender, but definitely being on the defense. But now that we have the spotter, now we get to be on offense. And especially we have Drummer and Walker kind of working together to kind of attack a supply depot for Marco. And I don't know if it's for the belt or if it's specifically for Marco and his fleet for the Free Navy that's traveling to and fro wherever they're going. But I definitely think that they're going to hit him where it hurts. Now, here's the thing. I am not naive enough to think that when Marco gets hurt, he's just going to take it and try to move on. I feel like there's retaliation. I feel like Marco is going to do something to get back at them or to hurt them one way or another. And I don't know if he knows that Naomi is alive. I don't know if anyone knows Naomi is alive that's on his ship. I don't know if Philip knows this. I know that they knew that she was on the Chet, but I don't know if they know that she made it off the Chet. Well, that's an interesting thing because I don't know what's going on with Philip necessarily. I feel like he's definitely being affected by not having the relationship that he wanted with his mother, but he's also not having the relationship he wants with his father either. He's under duress. I would say get him a therapist, but I don't know if those are really a thing for Marco. I don't think Marco would like to be told that he's a narcissist, so probably not. But Philip needs a little bit of help. He needs a little bit of support. And as I've said, since we've met Philip, there's no redeeming Philip. Clarissa was redeemed, but she didn't kill millions of people. Attempted to, but she didn't make it happen. He actually is responsible for millions of deaths. And you can tell that guilt's heavy and it's wearing on him. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear what's going on outside. There's 70-mile-an-hour winds right now in Vegas, and I just hear trash cans flying down the street. If my hair looks crazy, it's because I just chased mine down the street. So if there's random bangs and booms outside, or if all of a sudden you hear a twister fly by my window, that's why. But I feel like Philip is on the precipice of maybe rebelling against his father. Maybe that's just the optimist in me that I always want people to try to do the right thing and to stop Marco. But I feel like if you're a belter, you think Marco is doing the right thing. Not all of them, though. Obviously, Drummer doesn't think so. Her crew doesn't think so. Joseph doesn't really think so. But Michio, she was not, I don't want to say she was trying to turn Joseph against Drummer, but she was definitely trying to sway him and to say she doesn't love us like she loves Naomi. And I feel like that's misplaced. I feel like that's a jealousy. She's afraid she's getting, thrown off the ship, that she's going to have to go somewhere else, whether it's with Walker or she's going to get dropped off at some station somewhere. So she's just trying to grasp on. She's a little desperate. And I'm not mad at her for it. I get it. It's survival. But she's not really fit to be on this ship. She's just not. She accidentally killed Corral. She didn't mean it. She's not that fierce. She doesn't have it in her to actually want to kill somebody and go through with it. And then she had the choice between top and bottom buttons, and it just didn't happen. She's not fit for it. She's just really not. And I get that also a lot of people wanted to point out that's drummer's wife and husband. Well, her other wife just left her, like Oksana just left her. So like how strong really is these relationships that she actually has? And I would say she's deleting Naomi's like messages. So like she's not striking me as somebody who's heavily sentimental, that she's like, it's going to make or break whether or not she survives this world or whether or not she survives Marco. Like it's not dependent on that. Like her motivation is just her life. Right. And I think that Michio definitely is terrified and scared of what's going to happen. I don't know if they drop her off. I don't know if she's left somewhere, but she's not really, I don't want her on the bridge of the ship. Like greeting party. Like she's very sweet. Like she could serve cake. I don't know. It just don't put her in charge of the damn button. Now, the other person that's on the ship of another person that we know who is on the Pella would be Rosenfeld. And I like her. I like her, not in the sense of like, oh, I can't wait to get more out of her character, but I like the, I like how she's not afraid of Marco. I like how she just tells it like it is. I like how she like just says things like, yeah, everyone's talking about Philip. Yeah, everyone knows. Like, you got to do something about that. But like, can you wait for him to become a man? Or like, are you going to do something about it now? And kind of was like telling Marco, like, shit or get off the pot with your son. Like, you got to put him in his place, or you've got to like leave him somewhere where he's not going to get into shenanigans or whatever it may be. But like, it's something that needs to be handled. And I really like that, like, she's very straightforward. I think he also is like, everyone's afraid of me. Like, what's to be afraid of? Like getting cut with your cheekbones? Like, come on, dude. I find every reason I can to not like Marco, because I'm so susceptible to stupid shit like him. Like, oh, you're good looking. I'll listen a little while longer. It's not that I agree with him and that I like it, but I'm like, I'm going to entertain this for half a second longer just because, your eyelashes are pretty and I appreciate your bone structure, and oh, you have a stupid top knot. Never mind. Just long enough to linger to focus on the stupid hair, which I get is like, you have to have it pulled back because you're in space. But, like, I have to find any reason possible to hate Marco, or else I'm going to start liking him just for the pure fact that he's just, I don't even know, aromatic. Like, I just like think of like Marco and then like those cartoon characters that like float through the air because they smell like food. And like, that's like me to Marco, where I'm just like, yes, stop it. But I'm also that way with Amos. So just in a different sense, like I really just dig Amos because like he's Amos. He's just a badass. He's awesome. And him and Clarissa had kind of a fun little moment in the last episode where, she kind of got like anointed as part of the crew by Holden. Like, not like, welcome to the team, but like, hey, if you're going to be part of this crew, you can't do that shit. And she's like, huh, he said I was part of the crew. And I love that for her because like she finally feels like she belongs somewhere. She's accepted somewhere. And even though she was trying to kill him a couple seasons back, which I think we still need Naomi to accept this, but like I'm happy for her. I'm open to Clarissa, not kiwi, watermelon, whatever you want to call her. But like I like that, like, one that like Amos believes in somebody, like he's happy for her. Like, it's weird, but it's kind of like family, it's just like how Naomi was a sister. Like, she's kind of like a sister. Like, he just like is happy for her. Now, Bobbie wasn't happy to find out that it was Clarissa Mao. But I love that Amos was just like, you know what? Here, suck on that. And like gave her all the information. And like, she just kind of has to eat it because Holden's the captain of the ship. And I think if Holden asked Christian for a full pardon for Clarissa, like, Christian might make that happen for Holden. Maybe. I don't know. She might do it just to fuck with Jules Pierre Mao. Like, your one daughter died saving the universe, and your other daughter is helping save the universe, and you're rotting in a jail cell. Tear. And, speaking of Christian, she's having these moments on the ship where it's very interesting to like see her in space, see her comfortable. She's floating in 0G, and then, she's like kind of talking to Monica about that the Belters don't really know what's going on Earth. Like they probably see the news stories of like all the rocks hitting, and that's like something for like the majority of them to like celebrate because it's like a win for them. But I don't think that the Belters realize the ecological effects the rocks are having, and that what Marco's doing to Earth is going to affect the belt some way, somehow, even if it's down the road. But like, if you don't have Earth's soil to produce food, and we see like what's going on in Laconia, that like, if you don't have the planet in which you are accustomed to eating food from, producing food, or having soil come from that planet, to Ganymede, to Palace Station, to all these places where there's containers of soil, you're probably going to starve. I think that it's really smart of Christian to ask Monica to do that. And yes, it's manipulating the scenario, but media has been doing this for years, is that you spin the story you want to spin, and it's the truth. But obviously, they haven't been told the whole truth the entire time. And I think that that Monica, especially, because she seems to be really good at like delivering not only a story, but like making it powerful and putting some emotion and some oomph behind it. And I think that we can depend on Monica to like, do that. It's so funny that this iteration of Monica is so much better than season 3. Like, she wasn't absolutely horrible. I think her and Cohen together was kind of a shit pair. It was just like two turds. And like now, like, and like seeing her kind of go, like, I don't want to say toe to toe with Christian because she didn't. But I think she has like a better respect and a higher understanding of Christian now, especially when she's just like, like Christian's just like, oh, I practice in the mirror, like, like with her guilt and everything. And I think that Monica has changed for me. Like, she's not going to be in my top 10. She's never going to be one of my favorite characters, but like, she's so much more palatable and tolerable now. Because I feel like she's using her powers for good and not for the possibility of screwing over my crew. Now, Naomi, poor Naomi, she had a hard time. She is definitely suffering. Like, all these people suffer from trauma, except for Amos, apparently, unless he's losing his, eyesight. But like she's really suffering from what she went through on the Chet, and from, like going from the Pella to the Chet and being on the Pella. Like I still don't think she's dealt with that. And like seeing Marco and seeing Philip and having Philip treat her the way that he did, I don't think she's really processed and recovered from that. And like, she's still suffering, and she's seemingly mad at the world, except for like Holden, and like a little chippy with him. But she's definitely being chippy with Amos. I mean, Amos's like friend tried to kill Holden, so I kind of get Naomi's side on that. But I feel like at some point, like, you have to realize that she's on your team, and the people you're fighting are not. So whether you like her or not, you have to kind of put up with it. It's kind of like the Bull situation. Like, I don't like Bull. I don't want to be around Bull, but he was on the same side. Like he was fighting for Earth. He was fighting for Fred Johnson. He was not fighting for the skinnies, which I'm glad Holden put a stop to that shit. But like at some point, like, even if you don't like somebody, you have to realize that like they are on your side and you're fighting the same fight, and there's no reason to have an infight. Just get over your differences and move forward, push through. Which is easy for me to say, but I know that it would be very hard for Naomi to actually do, because she's been through so much, and her trying to jump from, the Rossi to the other ship to like plant like the bomb, what was it, the Azure Dragon. And it wasn't even a bomb, but it was to stop the ship from moving, and she's the person, like, she's trying to talk Clarissa through it, and it's like, pull the big cable, and I like that they had that, because if you continually have her jumping from ship to ship and she's not affected by stuff, and she's just like this person that can just get through anything, it's not very realistic, especially because that was emotional trauma. It was physical trauma. Like, there was a lot that went down. So I'm glad that they have that. I'm glad that they don't make her this omniscient person that can just survive anything. Okay, guys, super excited to get into this episode, only because, one, halfway through season 6, 2, I have been told that the X-ray feature at the end of this one will be one that I enjoy. Now, with the X-ray features, I did 2 in the last episode. I watched one beforehand, which I was like, cool. But then when I watched the X-ray feature right after the episode, I actually had a hard time telling you what was in the episode because I was more focused on that X-ray feature. So I think I will do my commentary and then I'll watch it and then I'll break that down and then I'll do a closing. It'd just be a little bit easier, fresh from the episode to kind of go back over everything and kind of be like, these are my feelings. Blech. And today's also brought to you by agave wine. I got to clean out my fridge, so why not? So essentially it's a margarita. Cheers. It's also Tuesday, so Taco Tuesday. No tacos. Whatever, I'm drinking a margarita. It just needs a little umbrella. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Force projection. This episode is called Force Projection? Force. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. Probably doesn't have anything to do with it, like anything, but still. It's exciting. Okay. Previously on the Expanse.
She's baby.
Oh, I totally forget about this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, she's gone.
Is this important?
I'll be ready.
Feel blown away by his bone structure. Ooh. Wait, is this Laconia? That looked like a ring gate. Remember when you killed those birds, kiddo? But where's the dog? Like, what happened to the dog?
It's fixed.
How did that happen? The dog isn't like a mechanic, is it? Yeah. Did it fix the bird?
Fixed her.
Yeah. Oh, there's two.
Mom,
Cool.
you'll never believe what happened.
Oh no, what happened to Zan? Can the dog fix him? Well, I didn't expect to start with a kid dying. Good grief.
Marco and Naro's abandoned series. Hard to believe.
This feels like a trap.
I love her. I'm so glad they got her back. Like, series wouldn't be abandoned, would it? Like, there's supposedly, like, millions of people there. Are they gonna blow it up?
All Marines, need signatures on level 12.
They got everybody... They did not get everybody off the series. Okay, never mind. No. These are the Belter people. Don't fucking hurt them.
He would not have let us take control of the seat of his government, disrupt his supply lines with no resistance whatsoever.
You will encounter no resistance on this station.
If I were part of an insurgency, would I have just given myself up as I did? Everything that could be of use to your troops has been stripped. No functioning repair skiffs.
That's not why they're
no
there.
surplus fuel. Only enough food and air for approximately 3 weeks. Is that clever enough for you?
Now, why did he do that, though?
Madam, if I may,
Yes, please.
we have several trained interrogators in our fleet who'd be delighted to squeeze out
No.
every scrap of intel that Belter's holding back.
No.
MCRN Command is going to insist.
No.
Fine.
No!
And I expect a UN representative to be present for any interviews. No coercive methods.
Okay, that's
We
better.
don't use coercion, ma'am. We don't need to.
If he were in this position, he wouldn't lift a finger to keep our people alive.
Mm-mm.
This is his mess.
And he made it ours. If we don't help this station, we will be the ones responsible for a massive humanitarian crisis. And Inaro's power will continue to grow.
Yep. Smart move. Smart move, Marco. Kinda, though. If Christian is able to swing it, she's gonna get a lot of support, I think, from those Belters on series. It's fucking wild that he would do that. He just, like, sees them as pawns, and they don't even realize that, like, they mean nothing to him. I'm gonna be so sad when this show ends. Don't cry. Don't cry. You're gonna be okay. Hey, girl. She got a sexy ass on her, I swear. Yeah, she is.
So as of now, you're in the rotation.
You know I wasn't in the Navy.
And I was only in it long enough to get thrown out. All you gotta do is stay awake and keep an eye on things in case of emergency.
I can hold my own in a shuttle, but I'm not ready to fly a ship like this.
Clarissa. I'm being super supportive right now. Oh!
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's been a while since I used my mods.
Hopefully you won't have to use those mods again anytime soon.
I got them because of you.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
At first, I just wanted to kill you. Then I thought it'd be better to disgrace you. I used my mods to kill a man. With my bare hands. His name was Ren.
He's a good man.
I think that's the real reason I always throw up afterwards.
Everybody on this ship has something they regret,
Word.
including Amos, I think.
Probably Amos.
You're in good company.
I have to watch.
Holden is such a good man. I remember just totally not liking him at all in season 1, and then quickly he's in my top 3.
When the Donnie got killed, most Martians blamed you and yours for it.
Mm-hmm.
Was a time I would have jumped at the chance to haul you all back to Hecate Base and have you vigorously debriefed.
I wouldn't have gone quietly.
That would have been fun too.
That aftertaste sneaks up on you, don't
Uh-huh.
I love this.
Anything other than noodles, bars, and brothels?
I never look.
That's not why he was there.
How can you construe that as anything other than a win?
How much of our own food will be redirected to start feeding these terrorists when our own citizens are in dire need?
The entire belt is not terrorists. Son of a bitch.
It's fucking humiliating.
No.
If I'd been through all the things you did, would you be embarrassed for me?
No.
You'd
You'd be
understand.
doing that for yourself.
It is Holden.
You're trying to distract me by giving me an interesting problem.
Yes.
I love it. I love these
Show me what
two.
you got.
I love them so much. I love love.
On Vesta, Inaro's partisans clashed with protesters, leaving several injured, including one Free Navy mechanic dead.
Oh. Oh. Far cry from Remember the Can't to Coward, huh? I like their graffiti.
Why do you care what a dissident thinks?
He doesn't.
You told the people on Ceres that it was our new capital.
And you feel that
We abandoned them.
Mm-hmm.
Was that always part of your plan?
we could never hold Ceres against the Inners. But the people there needed to believe that we could. So I told the people what they needed to hear when they needed to hear it.
Fucking hate him.
Left them barely enough to
We
survive.
left the Inners with a problem that they had to deal with. Tied up their resources and weakened them.
Did it?
It speaks well of you that you care about them. But the Belters on Ceres are not like us. They've slaved away for the Inners, accommodating their needs instead of fighting for ours, caring more for their own comforts than the future of the Belt. You and I were meant to be out here in the darkness.
Mm-mm.
Never forget what your name is. The name we share.
Yeah, well, he gets his height from his mother. Walker left an impression on me.
And you trust them fully?
Fully. Well, more like enough.
It was easier in the beginning. When disaster first happened, we all pulled together to help each other. It's a natural human instinct.
I miss Anna so much.
Remembering that feeling each other is hard, no matter what part of the system we're from.
Poor Erte.
The makeshift relief center.
Doesn't know where she'll get her food and water.
Joseph, you don't know where you're gonna get your food and water.
No one should have to live the way we have.
And maybe now they'll understand it.
That we killed the children the way that they kill us?
What is the problem?
I agree with Michio.
I see why you wanted that one off your ship.
Did I ask you?
Oh.
Was making 2 contact inbound.
I wanted to get rid of Michio. Now I'm like, yeah, girl.
I quite liked your last report.
I figured that you approved it.
The pastor has a knack for eliciting sympathy.
Well, my next piece will be better.
It was smart to employ Anna.
Tell your Marines to keep a close eye on her. She has a knack for causing trouble.
What we like about her. Just not to our crew. Leave our crew alone.
Rocinante.
Uh-huh.
They're headed for cities.
They are nearly within missile range.
If we divert, it will delay.
Look at you foaming at the mouth.
With Lauba and Granicus, our missile advantage is 5-1.
I am not worried whatsoever.
You don't have to do this.
You should learn to recognize an opportunity when one presents itself.
You should learn to put away your heart on, you weirdo. He's so hell-bent on taking out the Rossi.
Will you take the guns?
Yes, Captain.
You better fucking not, Philip. The position he's putting Philip in. God, Marco, you're such a fucking asshole. Philip, I believe in you. Do the right thing.
This alloy is tough as shit. What is this armor made out of, anyway?
It's made of Mars, honey buns.
Honey buns. I needed more of those two together.
Someone sent me something.
Could you be more vague?
Somebody's trying hard not to leave any tracks.
Amos. I hope this finds you well. Sorry, that was trite.
That's the plant guy.
Prax.
You're in the middle of a war. The Free Navy shot a researcher in my lab today. Carvonidis was developing a new strain of yeast with robust proofing polymerase, modified with organelles that mimic the...
I feel completely stupid. Leave it to Prax.
Give him a second. He'll get around to it.
This yeast could create massive amounts of food out of little more than spare carbon dioxide and waste energy. You know people with power. Please, get this data to them.
Yes!
I think that's what Carvonidis was trying to do. I miss you, my friend. I hope this helps.
Later, bestie.
There's nothing in this for him.
Except survival.
He's just a good guy.
That's what it always takes.
That's why we love Prax.
Chrissy will know what to do with it.
The old lady really loves it when you call her that.
At least I say it to her face.
Jesus, I heard that Stephen Strait lost like 20 pounds for this role. He looks like death.
Jim.
Beautiful mind happening there with Naomi.
There's like a hole suddenly opens in the floor. And if someone falls in, they're gone.
But where do they
then
go?
A minute later, the hole itself is gone and everything seems normal. Until another hole suddenly opens up somewhere else. And for the next minute, more people fall into that.
Nothing cleared up with that.
And I'm no expert on those things inside the ring.
Me neither.
Hmm.
But I know someone who might be.
Miller, call him. It's not a possibility, I know this.
Radar ping 3 ships vectoring towards us at high speed. No transponders. Checking drive signatures.
You know who it is, Naomi.
Everybody suit up and strap in. It's about to get hot.
Ah! Okay. I believe in Philip. That's a weird thing to say out loud.
Didn't we come here to shoot these people?
Shut up, asshole. Grow some hair.
Don't worry, we can edit that out.
Can we?
Sorry.
Leave it in.
Asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Wörter untermarisch, hast vorgib hip for the Belte.
I like this guy. He's trying. I love that. Well, what are you up to, Monica? You troublemaker?
Nina, do nothing, Mom.
He has a kitty.
I'll be right back.
Oh, God. Seriously, Marco, you fucking prick. Get that information from Prax to Christian, please. I'm so happy that Prax is...
Take the shot.
Do it yourself, Marco. God.
We're out of our weight class here. I'm heating up the rail guy. Everybody brace for a hard spin.
Lover is hit. Real bad.
Nice.
Philip, end this now.
Philip.
Planning.
Miss on purpose, kiddo.
4 more torpedoes incoming. We can't keep this up forever.
It just started. What do you mean for forever?
Where are you going?
We gotta fix them.
In the middle of the fight?
That's the job, Peaches.
That's the job, girl. She's way more useful than Prax. I'll just say that out loud. Oh, I love space shit! I'm so excited.
Give me fire control.
You got something?
Yes.
Spin again, I'll take the shot.
All right, Amos, hang on. Marissa, brace!
Oh, God. Oh my God. I'm gonna rip my fucking hair out.
Torpedoes?
Yeah, give them something else to worry about. 4 converging, and manual PDCs to me.
Copy that.
The Rocinante, bitch! Oh my God, I have tears in my eyes. I can't believe that our Bobbie and our Holden did that.
James, Holden. This is your only chance.
I know, Naomi.
Firing one!
Naomi?
Direct hit, but no detonation. Reactor ready.
God damn it, a dud now! Fuck!
Holden.
Disengage.
Holden.
And withdraw.
Holden is such a good man.
Propeller's breaking off. They're not pursuing us.
Holden, you're such a good man. I can't believe how much I fucking love that guy.
They baited us with their bullets.
They were smart.
They were lucky. I want a new pilot.
They were
as soon as
merciful,
possible.
is what they were.
One who won't shit himself in battle.
There's an experienced hand on the Shinkasato.
And we fought hard.
Fight him. Fight him, Philip.
You failed. You failed.
Yeah, what'd you do, Marco? Fucking get him, Philip.
What did you say?
This is your fault. We didn't need to be here. We didn't need to be in this fight.
You're a coward.
We didn't
Really?
need to kill James Holden. That was you. Just you wanted to kill the man.
You are relieved of duty. This dick and out of my sight.
And give Marco his pacifier. Proud of you, Philip. As much as you can be. That 5 o'clock shadow ain't gonna help you now. Kick something. Throw a fit. Temper tantrum. He took your woman too. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Poor man's James Holden. I don't know. I'm having way too much fun with this.
The RSRG-6 was just received at Laconia Ring Gate. Operational testing will commence as soon as possible. If this one performs as well as the others, it will be fun.
What the fuck is that? Stop smiling. Oh, I don't like it when Marco smiles. I really don't like it when Marco smiles. I do love it when he throws a temper tantrum, though. So I think it's safe to say that Holden is moving up in my ranks. He's in my top 3. Probably in my top 2. So I personally love that he showed them mercy. He could have eliminated Marco. Now, I know it was Bobbie that shot the torpedo, and it would have been like her killing Marco and Philip, but Holden seeing Philip, and I know we were kind of more seeing it through Naomi's eyes, but all I can say is that James Holden is a good man. He really is. He's a good captain. He's good at leading people. He's good at utilizing people's strengths. Like I always say, no matter really what it is that I'm talking about, like I always draw a lot of inspiration from Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Hear me out. To where he's a good captain, but he surrounds himself with people that are so good at their jobs, right? You have Naomi, who's like an engineer, but she's like sorting through everything about the ring gates and like what could have possibly happened to the Barkeith. And, you know, Amos is like top notch at his job, like, and he wears a lot of hats, but he is the guy. And when, you know, we had Alex, obviously Alex was a fantastic pilot. So to me, when you are a captain of a ship and you rely on the people around you to do their jobs well, but then you are the person that shows mercy, or you are the person that promotes peace or humanity or whatever those little things that still keep us humans, that isn't just winning, because he could have just won in that moment. But it wasn't about winning for him. It wasn't. Such a beautiful, I had tears in my eyes. Like I was just like, not that I was happy that Marco and Philip made it, but that like in that moment, he decided that he was going to show mercy because he didn't want to destroy Naomi. He didn't have Naomi's face to like look at. He couldn't see her eyes like we could. And we knew that like she was going to have a hard time with that moment. She had kind of accepted it, but like it would have been a hard moment for her. And he knew. And it really shows the difference between the level of sacrifice that you're willing to have in the name of your cause, because you see Marco sacrificing Ceres, and him doing that, like, not only shows Ceres, like 1 million people on Ceres, that they are worth less to him than the people on his ship, but they're definitely worth less to him than himself. And you see Holden, who is not willing to make that sacrifice, right? Like it shows the vast difference between Marco and Holden. And I know that like Holden can be seen as like this, you know, white knight, and he's very righteous. But like I would always err on that side more so than I would be with, I'm going to use these people as pawns in my game. And I told them that they were important and they were the capital of the Free Navy, but I'm also going to blow up certain things. And I don't know if that was all over Ceres Station or if it was just localized in that one area, but like he's willing to sacrifice those people, Ceres as a whole. And like what does he gain out of that? I don't know. I think a real leader knows where he has value, and like people are of value. And he just like gave up 1 million people that would have supported him. He's not very smart. He's just not. I know there's like so many people that are like, oh my God, he's the greatest sci-fi villain, TV villain ever. And I'm like, really. I think Gus Fring would have a word with him because I'm sorry. any role that Giancarlo Esposito has ever played would have a nice word with Marco, but like he's not as great as you think he is. He's just not. James Holden wins every time. Like I said, Marco Inaros is a poor man's James Holden. Ha! And even Rosenfeld is just kind of like, after Philip like goes off on Marco and is like, you failed. This is your failure. We didn't need to do this. You made me do this. You made us engage in this because you wanted to defeat the great James Holden. You wanted to be the person that had your name written that says, Marco Inaros destroys the Rocinante. No. Nope. And Monica is on series, so I'm a little worried for Monica. I don't know. I mean, like, she was having her like kind of moment with the guy with the cat, which I'm all about the guy with the cat. I'm all about the cat on series. But it was like really nice to even see like the Mars guy, like kind of like looking at his like little translator and speaking Belter to Belters. Like, and then like the bald-headed guy, he can get fucked, but like, and I know people have their prejudice, and I know that like sometimes they are conditioned to be that way. And I don't blame somebody for it, but in the moment you have to kind of realize that you're on the same side, right? Marco abandoned series. These people, for all intents and purposes, are just like you, right? They're not from Mars, they're not from Earth, but they are against Marco. And I think it actually worked in the Inner's favor to have that happen because, especially like seeing like the spray paints of like coward for Marco, I think was fucking delightful. One, because I remember like Miller after Venus, and I remember like Holden after like Remember the Can't and stuff like that. And now you see coward with Marco. I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all. And I love that we got like some of our favorite fucking characters ever. Like Anna, I think I called her Anna and Anna. Like I switch back and forth. It's fine. But I love that we got her back and that Monica kind of employed her to do this story from Earth. And like Anna's like, just like, yeah, I'm going to tell it like it is. Like, I'm going to say exactly what's going on. And like from Anna's heart to Monica's editing system, like definitely there was so much heart and there was so much love. And like Anna, like she desperately wants people to know what's going on. And then there's Monica who's just like, let's make it juicy. And I think like I've definitely turned a page when it's come to Monica. Like I really feel like I understand her better. I feel like I appreciate her more. But like as a hard-hitting journalist, she knows what she's doing. Now, the message, which I was like, Philip is sending a message from the Pella. Like it definitely is from Philip. The fact that it was from Prax made my fucking life. You have no idea. Like I just watched, and spoiler for anyone, I just watched episode 6 of The Last of Us, and I never watch what's coming up, but I wanted to know if Pedro Pascal, if his character was like Dunzo or what. And spoilers, sorry. But then they're showing like what's going to happen on next week's episode, and like there's Prax. Prax is on The Last of Us, and I couldn't be happier for him. But I was like, oh my God, it's been forever since I've seen Prax. I'm so excited to see him in this. And then like he appears on the Expanse again. And he's just like trying to tell Amos something, which I absolutely love, how Prax is like, hey, here's all the science. Here's all this information. And then he's like, you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So like, send this to somebody that like can do something with it. But can I just say that the space battle that we had, phenomenal. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like, that's the space shit that I crave. I sorely missed Alex in those moments. Like, I fucking wish Cass, without going into detail, but like I would love to have had Alex in those moments, because I feel like Alex would have fucking thrived. And I'm glad we had Bobbie. And like, she would have been like the blow that killed Marco and Aros. Like, what a thing to fucking hang your hat on. But man, it would have been nice to have Alex for that. Here we are. Anyway, we did have a couple like moments with Walker and Drummer, kind of coming up with plans. And I really love that there's like a whole faction of Belters, former OPA, Golden Bow, like the people that don't want to follow Marco, that are following Drummer. And I don't think that all of a sudden she's going to become like this like amazing captain that like leads people into battle. And maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But like, I think it's absolutely amazing that she is like collecting these people that, one, if they're going to a supply depot, that they can disrupt Marco. But two, she's getting these people that are jaded, like the people from series and former factions of the OPA, like the Golden Bows. And Marco is not careful. I feel like a good leader doesn't see himself as like this omnipotent person that can like just defeat everybody. He sees himself as this all-powerful person. And by doing that, he's kind of missing a lot of the people on the outside. And those people on the outside are the ones that are gathering that are going to end up fighting him. And that was like kind of how I was talking about like the infighting, like even like with Bull and like with Holden. And like, as much as I don't like Bull, like if he's fighting on the same side as me, I support him more than I support the enemy, right? And that's kind of the same thing, is that even though you have Drummer who might not love Earthers and she might not like the support, they're on the same side that they are against Marco. And the more people you collect, the bigger your army gets. I would love if Captain Drummer was like somebody who led an army against Marco and Aros. And again, there's only 3 episodes left. I don't know if Marco gets defeated. He could have been blown to bits. James Holden showed him mercy. But I don't know if she leads this battalion against Marco and that happens. I would love for Christian to also get the win. I'm not naive enough to think that just because there's a series finale coming that they're going to kill off Marco. But I think that like even it extending past season 6, it moving into the books, because I know that there's a time jump in the books and I can't wait to read them. But it's really interesting that the people that the side that I'm on would be the people that would show mercy. And not that I want Marco to have mercy, but I feel like I would be happy about Marco living with embarrassment. That this coup, this insurrection that he is staging, it's not successful. And he has to go, tuck his tail between his legs and go hide off in a different world. I think that would be beautiful and amazing. I cannot wait for the next 3 episodes. There is so much that could happen, and there's so much that could go opposite of what I think. Marco could die. He might not. He could just be. I'm interested to see how all the parties, especially Christian, learning the information that Amos got from Prax. Monica on Ceres, I don't know if she survived all the explosions, but like Marco's sacrificing all of them, like that's going to be probably the lead story. I'm just saying, like if she survives and she's not like, Marco and Aros is responsible for this. He was willing to sacrifice Belter lives. That's how much he doesn't care about you, and that's how much he wants to win. And then like maybe photo op of Christian feeding the Belters. I don't know. It's so stupid. But like I'm worried for Philip. somewhat. I'm glad he stood up to his father. Naomi, I'm so glad she didn't have to witness her son dying in that moment. But it seems like Amos and Bobbie, they don't give a fuck. And I love that. And I want more of that. That interaction between the two of them, fucking fantastic. I want more of that. Okay, guys. If you want the full length reaction, it will be available on my Patreon. If I don't cut it short now, I'm just going to keep talking. I'm going to be giving you guys all of my dreams, but the full length reaction will be available on my Patreon, as well as up to 2 episodes early. So let's see, episodes 4 and 5. So the next episode, I'll be like, you get the last 2 episodes. And then when I get to episode 5, oh, it's happening. It's getting closer and closer. I don't want the show to end. I'm almost in tears thinking about it ending. I wish it went on for forever, but all good things come to an end. And I don't want something to be so diluted that by the time it does end, it's not really anything great anymore. And this is so great, and it's so special, and it's so wonderful. And I'm so happy that I got to share it with you guys. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I mean, do you kind of wish that Bobbie's torpedo had exploded? Do you wish Holden hadn't been like, I would have liked to see how both played out, like a choose your own adventure. Like if something popped up on the screen, it was like, blow up the Pella. Don't blow up the Pella. Like, I would have liked to have chosen between those two and kind of seen how it went. I think it'd be interesting, especially with the Expanse. Ty, bestie, make that happen. I know that there's like a story that's coming out that's supposed to happen between book 6 and book 7 because there's such a big time jump. Make it into a show, Ty. Like, we're here for you. Like, there's an audience for it. We just have to find a way to sell it. And I've heard, I probably won't watch, but I've heard Rings of Power wasn't really worth the squeeze. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze on that. I know a group of people that would watch a sci-fi show if you brought it back, Jeff Bezos. I'm not convincing anybody. So, guys, 3 more episodes. I went to, I'm just going to let you guys know that I went to Liquor World and they did not have my rosé or my Pinot Grigio. That's why I'm drinking the margarita. So hopefully next time I have the rosé. The rosé sauce is the best sauce. But 3 more episodes. That's the only way I'm going to be able to get through it. Because me and these damn emotions just can't handle it. Okay, guys. Hey! You guys probably made it to the end of the video and realized I didn't watch the X-ray. And that's because the sauce. It was the sauce. I was like, I'm done. I'm going to wash my face and I'm going to go to bed. And I woke up at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning going, I didn't fucking watch that X-ray. So now I'm here to watch the X-ray, to tag it on the end. So I apologize. But we made it and we're going to do this. And I brought it up and it's called Win or Lose. And it is very obvious that Bobbie and Amos are having a little bit of a tussle. At least I believe that's definitely Bobbie. And I'm assuming that's Amos because of the tattoo that's on his arm. But I ain't mad at it. So let's get into it.
The doctrine of one ship encompasses both tension and resolution.
With no favor to either. Conflict and acceptance. Unified into something greater.
I wasn't expecting both of them.
You've been out here on your own a long time. You could use some professional help.
You saying we're amateurs?
Well, don't get your
Did that say that it was written by Wes?
Martian ever thinks they're the hardest motherfucker in the whole goddamn solar system.
Probably because we were all training for war while you were still shitting your diapers.
Oh.
You bragging about being good at pretend war?
Oh.
I got this in a live fire exercise my first year in. But I'm sure queuing up for free food with all of that free open air back home was just as hard.
Show your bullet wounds.
Never been to Baltimore. But for guys who practice war so much, you sure do seem to keep losing the real ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're the ones getting our asses kicked. Remember when Earth still had a blue sky?
Remember when Mars still had 2 moons?
Oh.
Do you remember when those Martian Marines saved your asses on the Donny? How'd that feel?
Probably pretty similar to when Peaches saved your ass on the Azor Dragon, and she doesn't even practice.
Oh.
Well, I hope you trained her up good, because there's about to be one less mechanic on board.
Should I wait while you go get your fancy suit on?
I saved my armor for actual threats.
Oh.
Don't be pissed if I hurt you.
Funny, I was just about to say the same thing to you. The loser cleans up the rest of this mess by themselves.
Sure you want to do this?
I'm very sure.
Because I don't play fight.
Oh, come on, big boy, play with me. Just
Yeah, big boy, play with me.
Let's go over the rules first, just so we're both clear.
This so much. Oh my god.
First rule is no.
No! Sleeper hold. Little man.
You're gonna be alright.
Going night night. Uh oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Peaches?
It's alright.
Oh! Oh. Well, that's not fair, but well played. Besties. Oh.
Have fun cleaning up.
Don't push your luck.
I have been waiting for that since like season 3. When he first saw her running away, like, I have been waiting so long for that kind of interaction between them. Yeah, so like an interaction like that, I feel like the first time I saw Amos watch Bobbie run after Katoa in that suit, like he was just kind of like staring at her like, what the heck? Like, that's amazing. But like in kind of like awe, not like, oh my God, but kind of like, holy shit. I like loved that. And ever since then, I just wanted them to have like, not a confrontation, but a confrontation. I wanted them to tussle. I wanted to see what was what. And yeah, I don't think he cheated necessarily because they didn't really establish any rules, but well, he attacked her without going over the rules and then pulled out his hand terminal and fooled her that way. But a win's a win. I'm not mad at it, but like, we all know she had him. She fucking had him. I love that. I love that. I wish that was in the show. Could you imagine if that actually appeared in the show and everybody saw it? It'd be so great. And I love that it was written by Wes. I think that's what I saw. Before I start talking out of turn, I'm pretty sure that that's what I saw. It doesn't help that it's this big and then the words are this big and there's no captions. And I am definitely someone who needs captions. Written for television by Wes Chatham. Love that guy. Love that guy. I thought for sure when he pulled out his hand terminal, he was calling Clarissa, and I was like, that's not fair. Not with her mods. I still think Bobbie would have been able to defend herself fairly easily, but I don't think she would have wanted to hurt Clarissa. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But okay, guys. Very happy that I watched that one. Very happy that we could tag it on to the end, and very happy that I am no longer slightly sauced. The agave wine, that took me by surprise. Hit me harder than I thought it would. Yeah. I think for the next couple, for the last 3, I'm gonna stick to water. Okay, guys. I'll see ya.